Welcome investors! Today I want to talk about comment made by one of you under my video about a brief look at the world reserve currency. This comment has some really interesting points about China and about I would say future of China on the world. So I would like to first read all this comment to you, and then later I would like to elaborate a little bit on some points which are mentioned in this comment. This comment is made by Jingling Yu. I hope I didn't butcher his name. And he's saying the rise of China can still be stopped. China is behaving overly aggressive concerning Taiwan, Senkaku, the so-called South China Sea, and so forth. So now, as the US under Biden are willing to honor alliances again, many of the East Asian and Southern Asian neighbors of China seek protection from the US. Also, the alliance between China and Russia seems to misfire. China against the rest of the world is not going to work out for China. The growing awareness of the threat posed by China may at some point also impair Chinese export interests. When it comes to technological innovation, China does make huge efforts and has achieved much, see Shenzhen and so on. But it is a competition for the bright minds. If you are looking to go abroad as a software developer from India or an engineer from Europe, where do you go? Shenzhen mainly attracts people from within China. Silicon Valley attracts people from around the world. Elon Musk, Peter Diamandis, Werner von Braun, and many others all came to US from other countries. Who wants to go to China? And then you have the matter of demographics. The Chinese population is in decline. Through the one-child policy, there are now too many old and too few young people. The Chinese government is now trying to reverse the trend. But as China now has the broader middle class, fewer children are born. You would observe the same trend also in Japan. In the US, however, you see immigration, like it or not. So through the next decades, the population of the US will rather increase than decline. To be sure, it is not a predominant outcome, but it is way too early to write off the United States. This is a great comment, and I would like to elaborate a little bit about this, that Chinese population is aging, because I never really heard about this. My knowledge about Chinese population is kind of stuck like 20 years ago about this one-child policy, because there's too many people. But boom, here you have the info that this policy is actually starting to hurting the population of China, because there is more and more older people and less younger people. This is very interesting point, which can give you some look into the future of China if you are planning to do some investing into the companies. Because basically population is aging, everybody is getting older, and this will influence the entire economy. It's very interesting point. Also, the point about alliance between China and Russia. I also heard that this is not working well. There's too many differences. I guess the main difference is that both those countries would love to be the world leaders. And there could be only one world leader. So China wants to be a leader, Russia wants to be a leader. they are colliding. Of course, Russia is in far behind China, because it's much smaller economy. I would say they really don't present any competition to China. But since they are close, since they are neighbors, sometimes naturally alliances and cooperation are being formed much easier if you are the neighbor, like let's say US and Canada, which have been cooperating always since the countries were formed. But China and Russia seems to do not cooperate really well, and I guess the beginning of this cooperation was deeper meaning. What I mean by this is to stand against the US. So this is another interesting point in this comment. Also, the point about attracting the brightest, the most smartest mind, that they will go to Silicon Valley instead of Shenzhen. Completely agree with this, because China does not respect the human rights, and who wants to go to the country which does not respect the human rights, especially if you are smart, bright, some kind of genius in information technology field. You are usually very open-minded person, respecting the others, so you probably won't choose China, even if they offer you a lot of money, because you never know what's gonna happen in this country and how you're gonna end up. Maybe one day the police is gonna kick your door and arrest you with any particular reason, maybe for posting something on your Twitter or on your Facebook. So this is something which you don't really have to worry if you are in Silicon Valley. This is another interesting and fascinating point, which I would say the conclusion which you can draw thanks to this is that this puts China in disadvantage, because they cut themselves from these top line talents, from these geniuses who would rather go to the countries which are free. It's the same like you have 70 or 80 years ago, when in 1930s in Nazi Germany we had Albert Einstein. He was a Jew, and slowly he saw what's going on, how the Germany was changing, and he came to the conclusion, you know what, this is my land, I grew up here, but I don't want to live here, I don't want to work here, I don't feel comfortable here, so I'm gonna go across the ocean. I'm gonna go to United States. And you know what, United States, thanks to the freedom, got the genius, got the brightest mind, which indirectly helped to develop the nuclear bomb, which put the US in much advantage position than Nazi Germany. Imagine what would happen if the Albert Einstein stayed in Germany, and Germans, Nazi Germans, have the nuclear bomb. So that would be completely different outcome in World War II. But like you could see, Albert Einstein decided to go to United States because of the freedom, because the Jews were not prosecuted like they were prosecuted in Nazi Germany. So right now, fast forward, you have China right now, the country which does not respect the human rights. So the guys who are smart, who are bright, they won't go to China. They will go to United States, they will go to Europe, somewhere where they have a freedom of expression, their religion, their orientation, any kind of freedom which they would like to have, they will have over there in US or in Europe. In China, there are limitations. There are huge limitations. So that was another really great point in this comment, which I really like and I enjoy. So and like I said a couple times in my previous videos, I really enjoy reading very smart and insightful comments like this one, because I'm not a smart guy, and thanks to you guys, whoever put those comments, I really enjoy deeply. I'm learning. It's giving me deeper perspective of the problem. And in the end, in this comment, the person said that, you know what, it's too early to write off the US, because from my video I was just showing that the US dollar is slowly declining. So this person came to the conclusion that I'm kind of writing off the US. I'm not completely writing off the US. I would say I'm a little worried about the currency, about the deficit, about spending money, and this money has nothing behind. This is just empty money, printed paper. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this extreme spending, but I'm not writing off the US yet. So I agree with your comment. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate, and please read this comment. I'll post the link to the video where this comment is right under the video. I pinned this comment, so it's the first comment, and it's very interesting comment. Like I said, if you're planning to invest in some stocks in China or in Asia, it's really something which will give you, like I said, broader perspective of where certain trends are gonna go, and you might find, thanks to this, some opportunities, which you will come to certain conclusions which companies maybe will be good to invest, and maybe this will be helpful to you. For me, again, this is a great comment. So take a look at the link under this video, and there will be a link to my video where this comment is located. Thank you so much again for watching this video. I really appreciate your time. Thanks to you, I'm here. If you were not there, I wouldn't be here. Thank you again. Have a great day.